around September, my mom goes, I spoke to somebody, and they want your number. And I'm like, excuse you, I don't do arranged marriage. I don't do arranged whatever. I do not do that. If anybody wants to talk to me, they should find their way to talk to me. Sorry for the laugh. Anyway. Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Chinaza. If this is your first time, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome all over again. So first and foremost, happy Valentine's.
And it smells nice.
So in today's video, we're going to be doing something interesting. Well, I'm going to be telling you how I met my spouse, my husband. And if you notice today, I wore my ring because I don't know where I used to throw away this ring. No offense. I'm sure I'm not the only person that does this. I mean, when did I marry one? I don't remember it all the time. So, and plus my job, it's not like. Anyways, let's enter this video. Let me give you guys some story, okay? So let's rewind all the way back to the year 2022. Alrighty, 2 years ago. Okay, so basically 2 years ago, I was in the UK for, I think, the most of the second quarter. Yeah, second quarter I was basically in the UK. I was staying with my friends. My life was going through some wingro bumbles that period. Basically, I was I just came out from a weird relationship. I had a lot of like bad things going on for me relation wise. I had like a bad romantic relationship that just ended. I also had a church relationship too that ended. Had several friendship breakups, and if you know anything about friendship breakups, you know that one hurts the most. That one hurts the most. I was in the UK trying to take my NCLEX, and yeah, all this whole other thing was happening at the same time, right? So after I failed my first NCLEX, my life was literally in a shamble. I just had to, this is where your house is scattered, right? But you need to do one thing, and then you pack all your clothes and you push it inside the wardrobe and you jam the wardrobe like that. And when somebody looks at your house, they're like, oh, your house is very arranged and very neat. That was how my life was. I packed all my troubles and all my problems and everything, and I just shoved them into one part of my head, and I locked the door, and I focused strictly on my exams. How I did it, I don't know, but I feel like God did it. Okay. So I did that, and when I was done with my exam and I passed the NCLEX, then I went to unblock the wardrobe that I have packed all my emotions inside, and I started sorting them one at a time and started dealing with them one at a time. Okay, I don't want to go into like details. I mean, this is a video for love, right? What I did was I started sorting them out gradually. The ones that I could fix, I fixed. The bridges that I could, repair, I repaired. The ones that I had to let go, I let go. I was just basically sorting my life out. And at the time, my best friends were also having their own life things going on for them. So everybody had their own life, which I understand 100%. Life was just happening to all of us at the same time, and everybody went to their corner to deal with their lives. And my friends and I have this thing that we do. When we are in the thick of it, most times we withdraw, and we all understand each other. This is our nature. We withdraw, we put ourselves together, we try to understand what we're going through, and then we come out of our shell and we talk to our friends, and then they help us get better, get stronger, and then come outside. I don't, and I would never undervalue friendship. Friendship is something that is always number one for me, right? So while I was doing this, I was healing from my previous relationship, from my friendship parts, from my church hurt. I took my time to heal, right? When my healing went on, I was in the presence of God all the time. All the time. Even when everything was going on, I was just praying. Some days I would cry. I would just literally stay in the place of prayer crying. And after I cried, just like Diane Osai, which is Apostle Aroma's wife, would always say, she said women are emotional when they're very emotional beings. So when it comes to prayer and a woman has something heavy on her heart, she cries. But she always says, after crying, pray. Pray. Yes, after you finish crying, pray. Utter those words out. Say those prayers out. Like speak, speak, and speak. So I would cry and then I would pray. I would ask God to heal my heart. I would ask God to help me forgive. I will ask God to help me move on. And I'll ask God also, praying that I know God's plan is the best. So whatever his plans are for me, that they kick in at the time that they should kick in, right? Now, while my relationships and my life basically was going the whole bam 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 bam, my US process was progressing. It was progressing with the speed of light. Basically, I came back to Nigeria and everything just started. It was as if doors of favor just started opening. So I didn't even have so much time to start grieving, but rather I now find myself, okay, should I grieve? Should I praise? Should I be grateful? Should I like still sulk? I was just in that place basically. And then one day my mom goes, around September, my mom goes, I spoke to somebody, and they want your number. And I'm like, excuse you, I don't do arranged marriage. I don't do arranged whatever. I do not do that. If anybody wants to talk to me, they should find their way to talk to me. Sorry for the laugh. Anyways, that was my and kind of like still is my stand. I would like anybody who wants to reach out to you to be bold enough to reach out to you directly. They don't have to go through their parents or through their auntie or stuff. Yeah. So I didn't give her my number. And then she comes like 2 weeks later. She was like, oh, the person just sent me a text. I was like, oh, you should give her your number. I was like, you know what? Whatever. Give. If you like, give. If you like, don't give. I don't care at this point. So it's me that will still decide. So when the person comes, I just like, person, I'm sorry, no. So I give my mom the permission to send my number to this auntie that had reached out to her. So, but now my mom didn't tell me that, she's reaching out for her nephew or her son or her cousin. She didn't tell me none of that. She just told me, this person is asking for your number. They want to speak to you. And while I was doing that, I was praying. I found a new church that was going to CCI, which is Celebration Church. At the time they opened their branch in August, so I was going to CCI like all the time, every Sunday. Every time they had a program, I would go from my house to August. Right. And like I said, my US process was also progressing, and it was progressing in such a manner that I didn't even have time for anything else. Right. And while all these things was going on, in fact, since 2021, my Instagram has been on private. Yeah, it has been on private because I kind of like want to think I'm a private person. I don't know, but I think that I am a private person. Yeah. So I was in church one day, and a pastor at the time, who is Pastor Dami Lola Praise what, was like, that most of you here, you're doing relationship, you're praying to God for marriage, you're praying to God for marriage related things, but your Instagram is private, your life, everything is said on private. He said that, and I was like, yeah, whatever, I'm not looking for anybody at this time. And I went home, I was listening to another message by Pastor Femi Lazarus, and he mentioned the same thing. In the same week, I heard about IG being on private, and I'm like, okay, maybe they might be talking to me, because I'm hearing this thing like 3 times in 1 week. Right? So I just went and I just made my IG public. I just made it public and I forgot about it. And then all this request popped into my phone, and there was my husband's first message, right? And he actually sent me a message about 4 days or 3 days before I removed my phone from private. And I'm like, interesting. That is a very interesting thing. And his message, which is why I say, if you want to message people, don't go to their DMs and say hi, hello, and end it there. I mean, this is 2024, people are very busy now. So if you're entering into somebody's DM with a purpose, state why you are in there, basically, and they would respond. Some people don't, but most people do. But if you send me a hi and a hello, I would definitely not answer you. I'm sorry, but that is just me, because I can't do hi and hello back and forth. I need to know what you want. You need to tell me what you want when you're coming into my DM. So basically, he came into my DM. So he told me his name. He was like, "Hello, my name is XYZ." Because I'm not gonna tell you guys my husband's name. Don't worry. Anyways, anyway, he goes and he says, "My name is XYZ. I don't know. Are you from Oba?" Which is where I'm from. I'm like, that piqued my interest because I didn't really have it in back of my mind that I was going to meet another person online. So I was intrigued. I was like, really? So I went straight. I didn't even care about the name. I just said, where are you from, Inoba? And he said where he was from, and he said where his mom. And when he said where he was from, I was like, oh, my mom is from this place. And he says, oh yeah, his mom is also from the same place. Apparently our moms are from the same place. I was like, oh wow. I was intrigued though. That was the first thing that caught my attention. And then we started talking and then talking. Yeah. And in the same time, it was time for Reboot Camp 2022. So when I went for Reboot Camp 2022, I prayed about it. I prayed about him and I prayed about some other people who were reaching out to me. Now, I was not in any relationship. I was not considering anybody. Nobody was in my mind. I just said, Lord, there were a couple of people who are reaching out to me. And I don't want to make a mistake if I want to, progress in this thing. Just help me make the right decision, help me know who the right person is, help me see beyond where they are from, who they are, and what they're presenting, help me see beyond themselves and just see what these people are like, right? And I prayed about it. After praying about it, I had complete and absolute peace about talking to my spouse. Like every conversation was a hit back to back. Like, don't get me wrong, there's always misunderstandings in every relationship, right? Which relationship doesn't have misunderstanding? But now what I realized is the fact that this person is not trying to talk you down. He's not trying to bring you down. He's not trying to make you feel terrible about yourself. There is very teachable as well. And there's all these beautiful qualities. Your disagreement doesn't even look like a disagreement. It feels like a discussion. It feels like a discussion, yeah. And so basically we just started talking. A couple of weeks after we started talking, I was like, yo, see, let me tell you something. You're talking to me, I'm talking to you, and there is no what do you want? So what is the long-term thing here? Because I'm a believer of I don't just date people. And I know people have different mindsets. Some people are like, oh, let's date, let's see where it goes, let's see how it's going. I'm very serious with my future. I'm very, very serious with my future. So we need to have a conversation concerning that, and we need to know what's going on. So we need to know where your goals are, where you're going, what do you plan. The plan is after 2 years I want to see your people, or I'm just dating to see how it goes, I'm testing the waters, or I'm dating to be married, or I'm dating for XYZ. Just have a direction, basically. I know where you're going to. So if you're like, let's see how it goes, and both of you agree that you want to see how it goes, at least there is a mutual understanding. Not, I'm in this relationship to see how it goes, and this other person is in this relationship for marriage, right? I mean, everybody has their approach, but this was my approach. I was like, I need to know what's going on. I've been talking to you for a couple of weeks now, every single day, and we're texting back and forth, we're chatting back and forth. What's going on? How is this? What's happening? Right? And then he goes, oh yeah, I actually want to see if we could take this into the next level and talk about, dating towards getting married. As Christians that we don't just date. So I'm like, okay, so who are we telling? Are we informing our families? Are we informing our pastors? Are we informing our mentors and things like that, right? So we did that. And I was like, you know what? Let's also take time off and pray about it individually and see. So we did pray about it. But if you know what you want already, I don't see why you're going to take 3 months or 6 months to give a man an answer. I already knew before I went into agreed to start talking to the guy. So yeah. So I went to pray, and we prayed. We individually prayed. We came back. We agreed. I spoke to my parents. He spoke to his parents. We fixed a date for our parents to meet. Our parents met. I'm a very traditional person. If you don't know by now, I am very, very traditional. You have to go and ask for my hand from my father. My father has to permit you before we could continue. All right. So he spoke to my dad. about his family coming. His family came. They saw my parents. Oh, my parents. And then when this family came, that was when they even realized my mom and his mom, they knew themselves. They had this whole long relationship, right? So my mom and his mom knew themselves. My grandmom was taking care of his mom and her siblings when they were much younger. So yeah, like I said, my people like to marry themselves. So that was how we met, and that was how we talked. We said marriage talk, did a virtual trad, and got wedding, and yada yada yada, and the whole shenanigans. Yeah. So that's that. So basically, like I said in a couple of videos back, this is 2024. We are in a digital age. People find love, their spouses, their significant others, their partners in several places, right? But one of the things that you must keep doing is you must have something to offer. As a lady, as a guy, you not just jump into a relationship because I am fine, oh, we are from the same place and things like that. You must have something to offer. You must have a goal, a vision. You must have something you're looking forward to doing. You must have something you're doing right now. You must have a plan, basically, right? So I want to also use this moment now to pray for everybody who is single, everybody who is trusting for people who they want to marry and who they want to settle down with. My prayer is this, that Lord and the good Lord will bless you, will keep you, will help you find the right person, will help you discern what is right, will help you give what is needed, and will help you become what is needed. And whoever you find and whoever is going to find you is going to be the best person for you. Okay, my prayer is that the Lord keeps you, and my prayer is that the Lord help you, and the Lord help you to choose correctly. The Lord help guide you in what you need to do when it comes to relationship. That is my wholehearted prayer for everybody right now, hoping to get married, hoping to settle down someday with somebody, hoping to have a family. Do not be worried if you are single or if you are, aspiring to be in a relationship. God is a good God, and God always blesses his people. So have a good one, and I'll see you in my next video. All right, bye.